Hi, and welcome to JD's Longbox. I'm your host, JD. For this episode, we're taking a look at the 4-part miniseries 4X, X-Men and Fantastic Four, published in 2020 by Marvel Comics. The X-Men and the Fantastic Four were created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The writer was Chip Zdarsky. The pencils were by Terry Dodson. The inks were by Rachel Dodson with Dexter Vines, Karl Story, and Ranson Getty. The colors were by Laura Martin with Andrew Crossley and Peter Pantazis. Set during the Krakoa era of the X-Men, in which the X-Men, along with their longtime rival Magneto, and the majority of Earth's superpowered mutants reside on a living island called Krakoa, that they guard as a sovereign nation and an ethno-state for mutants only. The Fantastic Four, while superpowered, are not mutants, with the exception of their son Franklin. This beyond Omega level mutant with reality-warping psionic powers could be one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. But his powers are failing, and Charles Xavier and Magneto invite Franklin to come to Krakoa. However, Franklin's mother, Sue Storm, goes ballistic and launches an attack against the X-Men. Only Dr. Doom seems to have the boys' best interest in mind. But Doom always has an ulterior motive. Part 1. Writing. Everyone in this story felt out of character. I've been away from the X-Men for a while, but not long enough for the characters to change so drastically. Charles Xavier was acting like the racial supremacist Magneto by concerning himself only with his people. Be it the mutants of Krakoa, the mutants of Dr. Doom's home nation Latveria, or taking a child from his parents just because of his mutation. Even former teen hero Kitty Pryde now goes by Kate. While she may be more grown up, at least she was the only one acting like a hero. The action keeps the story moving, but it feels forced, as the formerly allied teams hound each other page after page. Finally, the X-Men and the Fantastic Four team up when Dr. Doom's plot is revealed. This gets a 7.5. Part 2. Pencils. Dodson's smooth lines and rounded shapes should work great for a Fantastic Four adventure. His characters have a soft, cartoony quality that harken back to the Silver Age of comics. He uses good storytelling on some panels, but others have odd composition. And the details are just as inconsistent. Some panels have fully filled out backgrounds, while others look almost incomplete. This gets an 8.5. Part 3. Inks. In the first issue, the inks are rough, simple outlines with blocks of shading that are filled in as if they were smudged in with Sharpies. By the fourth book, the inks do improve, maybe as a result of Rachel Dodson feeling more comfortable with the work, or the addition of Ranson Getty. The line weights are clean and slick. In many places, blacked out silhouettes are used as a storytelling element. When viewed without color, the heavy shadows and minimal cross-hatching leads to images that are high in contrast but low on details. This gets a 7.5. Part 4. Colors. The colors provide shading and contour and add life to the images. Laura Martin gives clean separation of the images while keeping the naturalistic palette in the bright sunny day range, and only rarely affects the mood of the scene through the use of color. This gets an 8.5. Overall score, this adds up to an 80%. Final take. With an art style that's a blend of Mike Waringo and Chris Bachalo, it should be a perfect mix for the Fantastic Four, but something didn't click with me. I'll blame the total character assassination of Charles Xavier and Sue Storm, who launch an attack against anyone who doesn't listen to them instead of being the peacekeepers, and they drag their respective teams down with them. These aren't the actions of heroes. In recent years, it's been fashionable to hate on Charles Xavier. A character that dreamed of a world where humans and mutants can live together in harmony is now a supremacist that takes children from their homes and trains them as child soldiers. And what Xavier does to Reed Richards at the end of the story is so sinister that it takes him over the edge into full villain. That comes from the writers and the editor, and it's unforgivable. Over the years, there have been several crossovers with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and most of them should be more fun than this. If you're looking for more comics, be sure to check out some of my other videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, I'm JD, and this box is closed.